Hello everyone and welcome to the Cook to Flourish kitchen. This is Robin Cook and I am delighted to be cooking with you this evening. So the recipe that we are going to get to make here in the next few minutes comes from my Cook to Flourish cookbook. Page 162, it is our chicken pomodoro. It's a really simple recipe to put together, and we were going to do this at Heavenly Olive Oils and Vinegars this weekend, but due to the weather, we're going to do it here in this live video instead. So I hope that you really enjoy this recipe. I'm also going to be posting the recipe below in the comments and also on my cooktoflourish.com blog. So here's what you're going to need. You're first going to need to have a spaghetti squash. Who loves spaghetti squash? We sure do here in our home. So you're going to want to have a nice big spaghetti squash. I like to cook mine whole. So all you have to do is buy it, wash it, poke it really good once or twice, making sure that the knife goes all the way to the center, and then put it into the oven at 375 degrees for about an hour, depending on how big your squash is. Now also, while you're baking your spaghetti squash, you want to get some organic chicken. You can do organic chicken breasts, you can do thighs, whichever you like. I've seasoned this here really simply with some real sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, pepper, garlic powder, some parsley, paprika, and a little bit of rosemary. So wonderful, amazing herbs to flavor this chicken. And then you're also going to want to have some marinara sauce, whether it be homemade, which would be amazing, or you can do Costco or Aldi's organic that does not have any sugar added. So those you're going to want to have, and of course you're going to want to have your heavenly oils here. We have the Tuscan herb and we also have the rosemary extra virgin olive oils. These are going to make this recipe come alive. So let's go ahead and get going. So here's what we're going to first do. We're going to have our marinara sauce from this jar here. I'm using half of the jar, that's 2 cups. So for each jar, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of the Tuscan herb, or for the 2 cups, half a tablespoon. So I'm just going to add that here. And I just love that the Tuscan herb is going to add to the herbs that are already in this marinara. It's just going to add to that flavor, make it even more delicious. And so this you're going to want to warm up on the stove. Meanwhile, you have your spaghetti squash that's just come out of the oven. You're going to scoop it out with a fork into the noodles here. And we're going to add our chicken also to our sauce and let that be marinating while we have our squash here. Now to the squash, we're going to add some roasted garlic. The roasted garlic you can put in the oven about the last 20 minutes that your chicken and your spaghetti squash are cooking, all in the oven. So we have our roasted garlic. The roasted garlic, I love that garlic is so great for the heart. It is wonderful for our immune system, also for the gut, and also when it's roasted, it's not quite as bold in its flavor, but it's still there and it's going to be great for the body. So we have that. Then we also have some fresh basil, and this recipe is amazing, especially during the summer when we have all of the fresh herbs. You have the oreganos and the basil, but usually even during the winter, you can find some basil at the health food store. So we're going to tear some fresh basil in here, and then we're also going to jazz up our spaghetti squash with some rosemary extra virgin olive oil. And so we're just going to do about a half a teaspoon or a little drizzling, whichever is easier for you. So that's just going to flavor up our spaghetti squash. And once again, we're getting the heart-healthy benefits of the olive oil, and the flavor is just going to be amazing. So we have this, we're going to toss it together. It's already smelling amazing. I mean, you could even just add some grilled artichoke hearts. That is amazing. Or if you're a vegetarian and you don't want to do chicken, you could do the grilled artichoke hearts instead of the chicken. So here we are, my friends. We have our beautiful chicken pomodoro. Super simple. It is gluten-free. It is grain-free. It is so flavorful and healthy. What a wonderful way to kick off 2020 with some healthy recipes from Heavenly Olive Oils and Vinegars and the Cook to Flourish cookbook. So thank you all so much. God bless you and happy cooking.